or maximize the effect that challenge has on you.
Get up every day and think big thoughts, dream big dreams, and have an amazing life.
I look through the window and I see some clouds above. It's a great day, nobody even cares that I've got a big smile on my side. It's a beautiful day while you're singing, nothing matters to you. The smile is on and the worries are gone. Beautiful day while you're singing, nothing matters to you. The smile is on and the worries are gone.
If you can use the broken, then Lord, my heart is open. If you can use the messed up, then I'm the mess you need. If you can use a failure, I failed so many times and made so many mistakes, yeah. I wanna get it right now. And now my focus is your purpose, laying my life at your feet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take every part of me, take all I'll ever be. I surrender totally. Lord, you are my destiny. Take control of my life, my hopes, my goals, my dreams, yeah. I surrender totally. Lord, you are my destiny. Yeah, yeah. You are my destiny. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. I know that I'm not worthy. Sometimes I lose my way. Still you show me mercy, yeah. I'm blinded by your grace. Your love is so amazing. From all my sin and shame, you saved me. A new life you gave me, Father, and now my focus, I'm laying my life at your feet, Jesus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take every part, take every part, take all I'll ever, take all I surrender totally. Cause you are, Lord, you are my destiny. Take control of my life, my whole life, my hopes, my goals, my hopes and dreams. I surrender totally. I surrender. Lord, you are my destiny. Yeah. Take all my fears and fights. Yeah. Take all my days and nights. Yes, my selfishness and pride, till there's nothing left inside. But your authority, that's all I ask of you. Your perfect will, that's all I want to do. I surrender totally. I surrender. Lord, you are my destiny. I'm ready, Lord, if you will let me. I love you, I surrender my everything forever. Say I'm willing, I'm ready, Lord, if you will help me. Say I love you, I surrender surrender. I'm willing to say yes. Yeah. My life to you I surrender. Daddy, I surrender. I'm willing to say yes.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Soul Food in the Morning. Right here on 88.5 Rock FM, with yours truly, Mr. Andy Henry, aka Andy Eastwise. $111. We've just touched a 111. 111th day of progress. I trust that you, my brother, you, my sister, have been on that path, that journey that will lead to your greatness, that would lead you to your triple blessings. And this morning, we're going to find out that we can't do it alone. Sometimes we need the help, we need the support. We'll also find out that hard work pays off. You know, when you put in the hard work, man, look at your PD. You know, like some people when they get the double salary, nice time. Or when they get the bonus, it's all smiles, all right? So keep putting in the work. Keep putting in the work. Ain't that right, sir?
Exactly, Andy. And good morning to you. Good morning to all our listeners. That is that is so true. You know, what we put in, that is exactly what we are going to get out of life.
Mm-hmm.
So if we put in the hard work, we will get the benefits, you know, we will get the blessings coming out of our hard work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the ants is a great example of hard work. You know, there are about 12,000 species of ants, and what you said yesterday is true. The ants can carry more than its weight. In fact, it could carry 20 times its weight.
Mm.
So, and we can put that in the context that in His creation, God has given us the ability to bear more than we think we can bear. You know, to do more than we think we can do. You know, to an ant, it believed that it could only carry, let's say, its own weight. But the Creator placed in the ant the ability to carry 20 times its weight. And so it is with us human beings. We can do more than we are presently do. We can perform better than we are presently doing. Simply because the Creator put in us the ability, the strength, the energy, the capacity to do more.
So we are more than capable.
Definitely, Andy. We possess qualities, talents, skills, ability, more than we can ever even discover in one lifetime. Yeah. We can bear, we can perform, we can outperform ourselves. We can outperform ourselves. We all can do better than what we're doing right now because we have the capacity to do it. And it's just we, as we said yesterday, have to free our minds, move away from our comfort zone, and keep pressing keep moving on, keep working hard, keep motivating ourselves because we still have more to give. We still have more resources within us. Even when we get old, we can do more with less effort because now we become wiser, we become more experienced, and so we don't have to put the amount of labor because we are wiser. We know how to do more with little that we have. And that is one thing we can learn from the ant. An ant can lift 20 times its weight. And if we apply the same principle, then we can do 20 times better that we are doing right now.
Wow.
Which mean that all of us can become 20 times richer than we are right now. And that is a minimum. We can become 20 times richer than we are right now. 20 times wealthier, 20 times wiser, 20 times greater, and I can go down the list, 20 times more educated, and we can go wrong, we can have 20 times happier life. Our relationship can be 20 times better, whether it's husband and wife, whether it's within the family, whether it's at the workplace, or in the community, or in the country. Our relationship can become 20 times better. So, right now, all of us have the ability to improve 20 times, and it's not 20%, Andy. It's 20 times better.
20 times better.
Yes. So we have to multiply what we have right now by 20 times. By 20 times. So if, let's say, I have $1 million, I have to multiply that by 20.
Got you.
So that is what the Creator is using a little ant to tell us that we can do 20 times better right now. And that's the minimum. Of course, we can do better than 20 times. But 20 times is what we start with. Is what, right now, the business that we have can grow 20 times. And so we wake up this morning to this great news that all of us, no matter what age we are, we can still do 20 times better than we are doing right now. We can become a 20 times better human being than we are right now. Yes, we are doing well. We are walking and walking and growing along the road of success. And we are progressing every day. But here today, we can do 20 times better than what we did yesterday.
20 times better.
Definitely. And another thing about the ant and the is that it can work without supervision. They can work without supervision. Each person or each ant knows its individual role. And when they work together, because they live together, they work together, and they protect and provide for their colony. And that's Andy, that's such a wonderful illustration for all of us as a people, as a nation, as a country, when each person knows his or her role, each person do that role, and each person don't need somebody to tell them what they have to do every day. Think about our teenager friends. You know, mommy don't have to tell you every day to make up your bed. You know, and to tidy up your room.
And to tell you, you have to go to school on time.
Definitely, she don't have to call your name every morning 20 times to wake you up to go to school, and still they're behind you, and still you turn back and tell, say, lady, you like nag. You know? No, if each one of us in a family, let's put it in a family, if every member of a family does what he or she have to do, that family will be functioning effectively, competently, and you know what? Everybody in the family will be happy, and the family will be making progress. Think about a workplace. Sometimes at the workplace you have more supervisors than workers. Just because everybody become each other watchman to make sure each person do what he or she is being paid to do. But when we start to think like an ant and recognize we are part of an organization, we are all part of producing a product, a quality product, then everybody will be motivated to do his or her part without the least amount of supervision. And instead you have 10 persons looking at one person, then 11 persons will be working together to enhance, to promote whatever they have to do at the workplace.
Yep.
And then think about a nation. You know, as a nation, if we recognize that we are all, God has put us together to share this place, this space called Guyana, and we all do our part. You know, we all do our part in making our country happy, making our country progress. Then there will be progress in the whole country. Then I will not think about hurting anybody. I will not think about, doing crime. Because if I, or any other, thing to endanger my country, because I know that we are working together with one goal. And that is for everybody in this country to be happy, everybody to share the wealth, everybody to, to enjoy living in this country. And I believe that is what is true equality. I try. So that is a goal that, if we can look at the ant and we transfer our country into one big ant's nest, where we work together, it will be so good.
One big ant's nest.
One big ant's nest where we work together. Not one big crab in a barrel.
The difference between the crabs and the ants today, you're learning about it.
Yeah,
if you didn't know, now you know. Let us get together like the ants.
Definitely.
Somebody said right now my workplace full up of crabs. Well, crabs and hold on. Let me get the text again. Right now, my workplace full up of watchman instead of workers and a lot of crabs.
Well, that is exactly what we are saying, and that is exactly what the lesson that we should all learn. And that person is speaking the truth
Mm-hmm.
because our society has degenerated into that, and instead of us cooperating, uniting, and assisting each other,
Mm-hmm.
um, we allow insecurity in some cases. We allow sometimes covetousness to step in, and it will not do anybody good. A workplace with watchmen and crabs, it will not produce anything of quality.
Mm.
And there will be a high level of suspicion.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, our society and maybe the whole world, right? But we can only speak about where we live, has come to that point. Has gone to that point where there's so much of suspicion, insecurity, and so much effort is being wasted on instead of people looking out for people,
Mm-hmm.
people are looking on people. There's something to do, and everybody looking on each other who go do it. And other than, so the task never get done because everyone is looking on each other who will get it done,
Mm.
rather than we looking out for one another and say, look, let's all put our hands together and we can get the task finished. And it's like I was hearing on the news that fine Guyanese came out in big numbers. We fly kite. We had a wonderful time, but on the seawall in Georgetown, there were tons and tons and tons of garbage. And people leave their garbage behind for somebody else to come and clean it. But if we live like ants, then we'd have stored our garbage. We would have disposed of our garbage better, and of course, we would have never leave it for others to pick it up.
Traveling around this country, one of the reasons why I love Saramo Village is that Saramo, that beautiful village, all right? Saramo Village, you don't have to tell the people they have to clean up after their stuff. You don't have to tell them, hey, this has to be done, that has to be done. They come out every morning and they do the work as a community, clean up.
Beautiful.
If they have a function, nobody's waiting for the function to finish. Everybody, even the little child, might walk around and see a food box or a plastic cup or a bottle, and they pick it up one time, throw it in the garbage. And
Yeah.
that there speaks a lot about cooperation.
And that culture of cooperation is in Guyanese DNA.
Mm-hmm.
It's only that somehow we are not promoting it.
Mm.
And I think that kind of community minded thing happen in the Amerindian villages. I know in Oriala every Monday they have community day where the villagers come out and clean their village. And nobody have to go wrong on Sunday and ring a bell and remind them. It is part of their culture to take care of their village. And so that is something that we have to learn together as a nation. That if we don't take care of each other, right, who is going to come and take care of us? You know, who is going to come and take care of us? Who is going to improve us? We have to take care of each other. We got to look out for each other. You know, I remember growing up, and if there's a funeral a dead in the village, the people who are suffering their bereavement, they allow them to have a little peace with themselves, but the village come out and put up the tent. The village come and get the chair and the table and whatever to do the wake. Everybody get involved. The village mourn. Today, you may have a dead nearby, and you have loud and big music going on, and you know, and it's not signify, you know, of what life should be, you know, and so this was in our culture before, you know, the cooperation, the unity, people looking out for people lending a hand to each other. This, I would call it this ants culture, right? And now the ants culture is replaced by the crab culture. You know, and that is why we can, as a nation, sometimes we find ourselves in a barrel, in predicament that sometimes we can't come out unless we start to think like an ant. So we have to, there are much that we can learn from the ant, and I hope that we can start to have changes, and that changes we can call progress, in that we start to look out for one another. We stop the cliquism, and we see ourselves as a community, as a nation, as a workplace, as a family. And we learn from the ant because if the family is going to be taken care of, then everybody has to play his or her role. And here was important to Andy. Everybody must be allowed to play their role. Because there are some people, you know, they are willing, but they lack opportunity. And that is vitally important to understand, that everybody must be allowed equally to play their role, to play their part, to do what they could do. You know, to make Guyana better, to make our community better, to make our family better. And there must be equality of opportunity. Everybody must be able to have this opportunity to do it. And we don't shut the door in people's face. So that is what we should, because every ant in a nest is being given the opportunity to do what it can do to make the nest better.
Powerful. Giving everybody an opportunity to do what they have to do.
Definitely. Even our brothers and sisters of disability. we have to leave the door open for them. That is now when the door opens, some of us get in, and then when I come in, I pull the door behind me.
And a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that.
Yes,
And like the ants, we got to show them that, hey, we can do this. We were born to do this.
definitely.
When you block the path of an ant, and I'm sure a lot of people have done this before, even as kids,
Yes,
you block the path of the ant, the man will find a way.
definitely. Because what I learned is that it secretes some kind of chemical,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can't miss the trail, even if you block it.
Mm.
They will find a way wrong, but they will get back to the trail. But it's not one will find a way wrong. Is everyone will follow the trail. They
Yep.
will follow the trail.
And if we can take a page out of the book of an ant and to observe how an ant operates, whether as a team or whether it's by itself, and rarely you'll find an ant by itself. And if you do find an ant by itself, it simply means that that ant is out there looking for something,
Yes,
searching for food, things to add to its shelter.
yes,
So, like you said, give everybody their chance to do something.
definitely.
That is why we try to do our best, to assist in whatever way we can, especially to the young people. The studio, I'm currently working on the studio,
Yes,
but so far, I know we've had Miss Tanisha, who came through recently,
yes,
and she did her piece about cyberbullying.
yeah, and she's doing well.
Mm-hmm. We have the John Lou sisters,
Yes,
Ciara and Selena. Two very cool young ladies, and I know they have far to go, but just giving somebody an opportunity, especially if back in the days when an elder look at you and say, you could be a good carpenter, because they saw something in you that would bring them to that point. You'd be a good doctor, you'd be a good nurse, because of the way you take care of probably your family, your siblings, the way how you operate with your probably your grandparents. You take care of them because they probably can't help themselves at a certain point, but you're there.
certainly.
So, like the ant, give everybody their role.
Definitely. Allow
them.
everybody to function
Yes.
in their role,
Yes, it's not like you give them something and then you got to dictate how they should use it or how they will move about with it. I mean, at times, yes, if they don't understand,
Yes.
how to operate or use certain things, I understand that you have to be there to guide them. All right? But these days, when you give a little child a tablet or a phone, they know more about it than you.
Yes.
They know a lot more about it. They can find this app and that app, and they can go on this app by themselves.
Yes.
So it's quite a lot.
So we can say, like the ant, we keep the door open and we leave the light on for others to come in, Even some would come in at night, the light is on. They could they could see where the door is. That is where the opportunity is, and they could come in. Another thing about the ant, Andy, is that it can discern the time. Now, if you notice, the ant would become aware that the rain is coming. But they don't wait for the rain to come. they start to build their nests on higher ground.
Mm.
And that's so important for all of us as individuals. We have to build our house on higher ground. Why? Because we are preparing for the flood, for the adversity. Because sometimes adversity comes in like a flood.
Mm.
So that is why we have to build our house, our future on higher ground. We cannot stay on the lower grounds. We have to go higher because the rain is coming. Nothing will stop the rain, and the ant don't try to stop the rain. The ant try to prepare for the rain. And that is very critical we have to have in our mind. I cannot stop adversity. I cannot stop misfortune or disaster. I cannot stop the storm, but I can mentally prepare for it. I can mentally, move my mind to higher ground that whenever adversity comes, I can handle it because I'm prepared for it.
All prepared.
All prepared.
Like the ant.
Like the ant.
And we touched on a little point there.
Yes.
Which brings me back to go where there's no path and leave a trail.
Definitely.
And like you said, with the ant, they leave like a chemical trail so that whenever next ant catch that particular scent or trail, straight behind you. You don't have to tell them where you find the food.
No.
They know where you went and find it.
Definitely.
Well,
that is why you will see the one ant alone.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually scouting for food. Now, when it finds the food,
Mm-hmm.
it creates a trail that the whole nest can come now, collect food, and take it back to the nest.
When you say collect food and take it back to the nest, remember the jogger ants.
Yes.
These guys just cross streams just to come to your home and fetch out your food.
Definitely.
I've heard of many stories. Even my grandmother told me that persons who took, their big bag of rice at home, and when the bag was left standing after the ants had done what they've done, fetch out everything.
Well, the ant know rain is coming, and its feeble body cannot look for food during rainy season.
Mm-hmm.
So the ant prepare for the rainy season. Not only build its nest on higher ground,
Mm-hmm.
but fill the nest with food enough to go through the rainy season. So while other animals may be out in the rain looking for food,
Mm-hmm.
the ant is in the comfort of its nest enjoying food.
Mm.
And it is so rich because it's so rich in terms of lessons that we can apply in our lives, because it brings into question our savings.
Mm.
You put aside a little for hard time. Some money come, your income comes, so you don't spend all out, right? You keep a little for hard time, because we know hard time will come one day, and so you put aside a little there, you put aside a little here. Sometimes you're spending a little where you can cut it, you trim it, you prune it up, so you make sure that you get something saved.
Mm-hmm.
So when adversity come, when the rain come, the storm come, you have something to keep you through the storm. And that is quite a great message, You know, the ant is telling us, put aside, lay aside something. Don't utilize everything one time. In your do a little budgeting, because the rain will come. There is no question whether it will come. It is a matter of when it will come.
When?
Yeah, it will come.
Mm.
We all are going to go through bad patches. As T.D. Jake said, progress is not always pretty. So we all, whether it's our marriage, our relationship, whether it's our business, our job, our career, we all are going to go through a bad patch one time or the other. That is why we have to be mentally prepared for it, for the bad patches that we go through. All sportsmen and women will tell you that they will go through a time in their life when they may lose their fitness or lose their self-confidence, you know, and they may be as glorious as Carl Hooper when they bat, but Carl Hooper would have gone through a bad patch where he was just scratchy at the pitch, you know, ball that he would have driven to the boundary. He's drawing map in the pitch. So we all go through that. Nothing will shelter us from the bad patches, but we have to be prepared. We have to prepare ourselves for them mentally and otherwise. We have to prepare for the bad patches.
Be prepared.
Yeah. Right now we may have a ton of friends, right? We may have our family around us, but we have to prepare our mind that there will be moments of loneliness. So, if we are prepared mentally, whenever these moments come, we can handle them. We will know that they are not a permanent fixture. That it's temporary, and we will get through. So we prepare for rain during dry season. And that is what the ant does, you know, or a nest of ants. They are preparing for the rainy season.
You know, you mentioned something there about friends and so on. And somebody just dropped a quote. It says, not a quote, a message. It says, 2022 is teaching me that putting myself first, it's not selfish, it's necessary.
Exactly.
It's necessary.
Exactly. Congratulations to that person. That person has discerned life. Discern life and what life is. And of course, because when, and the person is totally right, you're not selfish. But when you put yourself in a better position, then you are in a better position to help others.
Facts.
So, like the ant, you know, the ant I sure if another ant come who is not from the nest, then those in the nest could help the ant because they put themselves on higher ground and they also save enough food that they could share. But if all of us end up in the barrel, all of us end up in the flood, the rain come and overtake all of us, who can help who?
Then they start to operate like crabs.
Yes, because it's a matter of survival now. It's a matter of survival. It's like a priest, you know, a shipwreck, and a priest, he pray and he said, God, save me. So he swim and he reach a rock, and he hold on to the rock. But there's another person behind him trying to reach the rock too. And he said, help me, priest. And the priest said, go thy way. If the Lord want to save you, he'll provide a rock. So, you know, we have to make sure that we put ourselves in a position where we can, make sure that we are in a good position and we are in a secure position. And having done that, we can help others.
It's like persons usually say, you can't pour from a half-filled cup or
No.
empty cup.
No.
Allow your cup to full, and then you can share.
Definitely.
It's kind of like you told me a couple of years ago, you got to be selfish.
Yes.
Selfish in such a way that you're looking out for you now.
Yeah,
And with
because-
looking out for you, others are going to benefit.
Because I realize, Andy, you are helping till you are hurting.
Hmm.
You know, and actually you are always available to help. But at the same time, you are hurting your own self in terms of time for yourself, time for your family, you know, and developing yourself and so forth. And eventually, I realized you would have been burnt out. And then you'll come to a position where you can't help yourself, neither help anybody else
Words of
when you
the
get burnt out.
words of the one and only right now, sir, Mrs. Henry.
Yes.
Yes. Words of the one and only. Yes. She said, yeah, I was looking out for people.
Yes,
Who's looking out for you?
definitely.
You know? Who's looking out for you? But like the ant, you know, if we can do it together, then it will be well done.
Yeah, definitely. See, the ant, as much as they are working together,
Mm-hmm.
they are working for themselves
Mm-hmm.
individually. Because if the whole nest is safe, then each person is safe. And if the whole nest has food to eat, then each person is benefiting. So it is self-improvement is not selfish.
Self-improvement is not selfish.
Definitely not.
I do.
It is when I improve myself and then I close the door to others. That is what is selfish. You know, I have charted a course. It's like the one ant that went looking for food and having found food said, look, this food will last one person a longer time. So I am not going back to the nest. I'm going to stay right here and grab all the food for myself. But what that selfish ant doesn't realize is that the food it found is on lower ground. So when the rain comes, the rain will flood it and the food. So that is what you call selfishness. But it is not selfishness when we improve ourselves and then we open the door to others to do likewise. So self-improvement, self-advancement, self-development is not selfish.
Not selfish.
Definitely, it's not selfish. It puts us in a better position to help people.
Right now the table full up of ants, by. The breakfast is so good, a lot of ants are on the table.
Like Auntie Dali can't put some insecticide. So to get rid of the ants.
Get rid of the ant. Miss Dolly, good morning. What's our friend name again from Glasgow Village?
Oh,
Housing
Miss
Scheme?
Esther,
Miss Esther, good morning.
745.
Yesterday evening, last evening in fact, Bailey's Funeral Home, Miss Johnson, good
Yes.
morning. Miss Johnson sent, we had a little discussion, and she said, so tomorrow morning when you and Pastor Ramesh is on the radio, don't forget to say good morning to Miss Johnson.
Definitely. But a double good morning to Miss Johnson.
Double good morning.
Yeah.
Well, it's a triple good morning because it's the year of the triple blessings.
Triple blessing, definitely. And also to British known as Fraser
Mm.
from Rosignol, Shieldstone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he called me last night and said he's enjoying every program, especially yesterday morning. So good morning to all our special people everywhere.
Good morning to all our special people. I see the New Amsterdam municipality
Yes.
is locked in.
Oh, special good morning to the mayor, the deputy mayor, the councillors, all the staff. Sometimes, Andy, sometimes we don't give people credit. I mean, we see one thing and then what the council doing, what the mayor doing, but they're doing all the time, because if they were not doing, then what New Amsterdam would it be? You know
I
what?
know.
Yeah, what New Amsterdam will be overrun. But we thank God for a beautiful town, a town with great memories, great people, great culture. I had a visitor from Canada, a Canadian, some time back, and she said she loved this town, simply loved New Amsterdam. And so, special good morning and thank you, and our appreciation to the municipalities, the RDCs, the NDCs. I'm sure that they are trying, right? They are trying. One block drain doesn't define the whole NDC or the whole municipality. A little garbage here and a little garbage there doesn't define the whole municipality. Of course not. They are trying.
But most times we are the ones who create our problems.
Definitely, we are the one who throw the bottles into the drain.
Mm-hmm.
We are the ones who throw our garbage, anyhow.
Just imagine, the bins are placed there.
Yes.
For you to throw the garbage in the bins. Those big bins that they have to pick up with the tractor and the trailer.
Yes.
And person still throwing the garbage outside of the bin. I would understand if the bin is filled, because it's a lot of work. If you can look at this town, New Amsterdam, or if you can look at your little community, all right?
Yes.
Your little village, it's a lot of people there. And you got to understand it takes time to get to everybody.
Definitely.
It takes time to get to everybody. So when you do your little craziness, then you can start blaming the RDC, the NDC, sorry, or you're now gonna blame the town council, whether you're at Rosal, whether you're at Curriverton, or whether you're in New Amsterdam. Look at it. And that is one of the reasons why, we have to respect our sanitary workers.
Definitely.
Because they're doing it. You don't want to do it. They have to do it. So we got to give them the respect, because if they don't do it, happen. Look at what will happen. I mean, the folks on the outskirts can bury or probably burn their garbage. But what happens in the town?
And before we can fix the road or fix the drain, we have to fix the minds of people. Because if the minds of people are not fixed, then no matter what these organizations are doing, people will still complain. And what I mean fixing the mind is that we all have to realize as residents, as citizens, that we have our part to play.
Mm-hmm.
Because, as you said, most of the time, it is our garbage that get on the road, get on the street, and get into the drains and the trenches. Our garbage. Nobody came from United States of America and threw the garbage there. We are the ones that are doing it. And having done it, we then fold our arms and said, you know what? Let the NDC come and get it out. Let the town council come and get it out. Let the RDC come and get it out. And the thing is, as soon as they get it out, we go back and throw. It's a comedy of errors, you know.
A comedy.
And we go back and throw it. Not somebody from Telerupununi come in Barbies and throw it in the drains and the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cameras come wrong, you know, or the ministers come wrong, and then we go, oh, we town council don't do anything. We NDC don't do anything. We RDC, they don't do anything. No, I didn't do something in 20 years, so we're living in the jungle. 20 years I seen them. I live here 35 years, and you see nobody ever do anything. You know?
In some cases, yes, but in most cases,
Yeah,
you know, when you look at it, like you said, you have to fix the mindset of the people first.
yeah, definitely.
know?
Our mindset have to be fixed.
We gotta do some house cleaning.
Definitely. You know, our minds have to be fixed because nobody people give us gold or diamond, you know, and it goes for any person, whatever, any area in our life, even children to parents. Parents can sacrifice themselves and give their last to children. But if children don't, you know, appreciate the effort of the parents, they will never be contented. Their minds have to be fixed.
Powerful.
You know? Their
Powerful.
minds have to be fixed. I know parents working hard, sending children to school, giving children their best. And those children, some of them, they are not trying their best. They're not doing their work. They're not completing their homework, their assignment. The parents sending them to school, the parents have to wake up them to go to school. The parents have to shout for them to go to school. The parents, it's a host of other things the parents have to do just to get them to do something that will do good for themselves. Imagine that, Andy. To do something that will do good for themselves. People have to be like a, you know, supervisor behind them to do it. And that is why we have to change the mindset first, even in the family or in the community, in the country. Or we have to change our mindset and appreciate what others are doing and, you know, compliment them. You see the mayor, the councillors in your areas, the RDC, the chairman, Mr. Armagan, and you know, the various NDC personnel, and, you know, said, you know, sir, madam, we appreciate what you're doing. You know, and you know, I am available if you need any assistance, and so I can give an hour or so assistance to help out the council and so. But we have to start to be more, you know, appreciative what people are doing for us, and not to use one thing or one situation, one brush, and paint everybody. I know, and we're not saying everything is perfect. Of course not. And we're not saying that everything is in tip-top shape. No. It's maybe far from that, but, you know, recognize a little effort.
Remember, like the ant, we all have to.
Yes.
It's not a one person job or a one team job. It's a collective,
collective effort.
you know. So I know we touch in record time this morning, but
Yes,
this is very important.
definitely. Because
This is very important.
if the nest to survive, everybody has to play their part
Mm-hmm.
in the ant, with the ant. And if our society, our community is not only survive but to prosper,
Mm-hmm.
then we all have to play our part.
Powerful. If our home
Definitely.
is to survive, if our family is to survive, if our community is to survive, if our country is to survive, look at it. We all have to play our part.
Yeah, and because in some homes there is only one sacrificial lamb.
Mm.
And some of the cases, sometimes most of the cases, is the mother or the grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
or the aunt that give up her life, and say, look, I'm going to take care of my nieces or nephews or the young ones in our family, and everything is thrust upon them to do, Mommy have to do everything in the home, and we just want to salute these moms, grandmothers, aunts, and men too, right? Fathers and so forth. But come on, family members, we can't leave everything on them. We got to start to do tasks. Come, little ones, the young ones. You can pick up paper. You can help them. If you want them to live long, help them.
Mm-hmm.
If you want them to be here with us for a long, long time, and if you want them to be happy, help them, support them, be there for them. Wake up in the morning, study your book. Sometimes all your parents want is for you to do well at school. Well, you know what? Do your part. Do well at school. Make them happy. Put a smile on their face.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe the friends that you have right now, maybe your parents, they are seeing farther than us.
Man, trust me, sir. Trust me.
Because they've
Trust
been
me.
longer than us here.
Speaking, I could talk from experience.
Yes. So let's listen to them. They don't want to hurt us.
Mm-hmm. 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 My grandmother, my aunt, they always used to say, boy, this is not as it seems, This is not as it look. But, you're thinking it's one accord, one team.
Yes.
But in the long run, I mean, we all have to go through those time and those period. That is how we can get the experience to share with our brothers and sisters.
Definitely.
And like you said, and like we all know that, we made one part, one allegiance when we said that pledge.
Definitely.
We all have to do our part in order to make this thing a success. Everybody. That is the reason why myself and Pastor were here every morning. At first I thought, we can mix it with the music and then, but person said, we love the conversation.
Yes.
Not much about the music, but we love the conversation because, I mean, we had one approach to it, but over time we realized that, hey, you know what? This is what the people need and not want.
Definitely.
So we're able to be here. We've made the sacrifices to be here. I mean, I could have been at home with Mrs.,
Oh, of course.
Sarah could have been wrapped up with Mrs.,
Definitely. Definitely.
But we have a duty and we decided that, hey, you know what? That call, that voice, like we said yesterday, that voice, we can answer the voice.
Definitely.
That voice that is deep within. This is the idea. I'm here. Share me with the world. So we're sharing our little voices that we've been hearing deep within. We answer, and sometimes when you can answer, some people can say you're crazy, or you speak with this. I just talk to myself. I don't know about anybody else.
Yes.
I just talk to myself. I just even answer sometimes. But when you have a prolonged conversation, that is something there you gotta consider.
Yes. I can't get.
The conversation can't be too prolonged.
No.
You can talk and you can answer yourself at times, but don't carry on the conversation.
Yes, definitely. Especially when you start to laugh with yourself.
Wow. Your neighbors don't know. Bye. He gone or she gone.
Yes.
I knew that wasn't right.
Yes.
Well, sir, definitely we created a record this morning.
Yes.
And I must thank you for being a part of our programs,
Yeah. Thank you very much, Andy. Thanks, of course, to Miss Pearl, Miss Naomi, the Little Rock family. Enterprise, we like to encourage everybody to support them in their effort and to promote us as a community. So thank you very much, Andy, and all our listeners. Thank you very much.
All right, just in case somebody would like to make a connection with you.
Definitely, they could call 332-0267, 332-0267. Please don't be afraid to call. You can call at any time. And if I'm not here, Pam will, of course, inform me if you want to leave your number, or you can call back.
All right, sir. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Andy.
And please do enjoy your day. Sister Seema, we're up next.
Na 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 na.
Sister Seema.
Hi, good morning, Andy. And how are
Good
you doing
morning.
this morning?
Blessed greatness, man. No complaints.
Okay. I hope everyone out there had a well slept night. My little thing this morning is about feelings in a relationship.
Feelings.
Sometimes we don't know. Just hold on, not turn on the radio. Yes, Andy. Sometimes we don't put ourselves in our partner's place with where feelings is concerned. We say things to our partners and we don't realize that we don't want those things we don't want to hear those things. You understand? But we want to say it. My little thing is that, okay, if you go out as a couple, any function or whatever, you might meet friends, you might meet family or whatever, but then again, you have to realize that you go there with your partner, and you should protect your partner because you go there as a couple. You understand? Some persons leave their partners and gone without thinking back that, that person is there. If you understand. You have to understand, persons out there, the men and the women have to understand, you go there as two. The person might not know the surrounding. The person might not know the persons around them. You should be the one there to be the person partner within the circle. That person can feel lonely, or that person can, feel away upset because remember you gone and you leave the person. For example, if you go to a party, you gone with the music there and left your partner sitting. You understand? That person might not be a person who would dance with anybody else or anything, but you just gone with the big boom boom going on and you leave the person sitting. You leaving gaps there for problems. Simple things like that can cause problems in relationship. If you understand. Yeah, because remember, we go there together and then you gone your own way, I gone my own way. It comes from both sides, if you understand. What we need to do, we need our persons out there need to feel, have the feelings what they don't want for themselves, they shouldn't put it to others. Because people say things to person harshly, and they hurt them, and sometimes they're conscious of what they do, sometimes they don't conscious of what they do. But we have to think before we make our actions, because, every action, there's a reaction. And that reaction might be a very severe reaction what persons might take. You understand? So what we need to do, we need to put ourselves in our partner's shoe, and the same treatment that we want for ourselves, let us treat our partners like that. Because you wouldn't have problems going on in relationships. You understand? Yeah, so we need to just feel what our partners are feeling. Because some person out there, I know they do things, and they do it continuously. Because persons call me up and say, like, it's a regular something and going on. It should not. You understand? It should not be a regular something. When you talk to your partner about it, man, I don't like what you're doing, whatever, that person should vex. That person should be happy to know that they would be correcting their mistakes in the future. That I would not do this again. Because some persons go out and they just lose their partners like that. And then come back when they think they're done. No, how that person would feel. You understand? So persons have been calling, and this is one of a sore attitude problem with persons out there. You go out there as a couple, you stay within your circle. It's not the case you won't say hi or hello to persons. But then again, you got to realize that you bring somebody with you. You understand? Because most times you find these things happening, and okay, here was the backlash in it, Andy. When somebody else come and speak to the person when you are not there, you understand? Yeah, and then when you go, no, yes, the problem created. No, you created a problem. If you understand. So we need now to sort ourselves out as couples. When you're in a relationship, there's so many things you have to sort out, and you have to think what you're saying, think what you're doing. Because if you don't do those things, Andy, it's problems.
Man, you gotta
and those
stop.
simple things can create monsters in relationship, if you understand. So you find persons, we need to know that we didn't go alone. We need to know we go with somebody, and we should be there with the person to protect that person, or even to keep that person company. You understand? So if you didn't want to take that person, you want to be by yourself, you should go by yourself. But now when you go with somebody, you're taking up a responsibility there when you take somebody. Right? You're supposed to remember that you're supposed to take care of that person.
Indeed.
Right? Okay, if you say go to a party, you're okay, you have enough drink, okay, I'm going to the bar, you would like to have something to drink, you would like to have a water, or right? But these simple things that we have to think what we're doing, think what we're saying to our partners. Because you might feel a withdrawn, or me going not back with you, girl. Or me going not back anywhere with you, boy. Why you come in, there we go. No. It's not that I don't want to go, but it's your behavior pattern when we go out.
Got you.
You understand?
Got
So you need to know that if you go with your wife or you go with your fiancé, fine. That is my partner for the night or for the day or whatever we do it together. If I didn't want to go out with you, fine, we'll go by ourselves. Let us have a change. Let us start changing our behavior pattern within relationship when we taking our spouse out.
Got you.
We need to start. I know when you start, Andy, you start from, okay, we start today dealing with that, things will be better. Because some persons don't talk when they're hurt like that, but some persons, and those persons that speak out, you listen to them and you correct yourself. Because nobody will want to know that you take them out and you don't have time with them. Wait, why you take that person out for? That person could be doing something else home, or that person could be somewhere else. But that person choose to go with you. So that is your responsibility. You understand? Yeah, so, that is one of the sort problems now that are happening. And, we need to correct those things, especially in our relationship.
Thank you very much, Sister Seema.
That is my little thing this morning, Andy.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah. It's a reality that happens every day. We need to get a grip of ourselves as to what we're doing and what we're saying and how we approaching situations. Yeah, we need to do that.
All right. Thank you for your time and your contribution. Just in case somebody like to make a connection with you.
My landline is 332-0617. My cell phone is 594. And my other cell phone is 697-7049.
Thank you very much, Sister Simon.
Yes, Andy. You have a blessed day, too.
Man, I will.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
Na 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 na. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Greetings.
Na na. Rise up this morning, I'm a boss I am.
That's right. We're alive.
Give thanks and praise to Jah for city down.
The 111th day of progress.
Here in my lungs out a beat, no me never gone. Yeah. One more day upon earth, me get to carry on.
Listen.
And even do nothing not too right.
No.
Still I chat along, me not give up the fight.
Definitely.
And every day for make a life. I'm humble as a lamb, me not in the hype. Do me know enough people out there, me them not gonna like. Me not gonna make that. Do me know enough people out there, me them not gonna.
Man, truly Mr. Andy Henry,
Yeah.
aka Andy East White,
Yeah.
Mr. John Green.
On earth,
Good morning to you, sir. How are you doing?
in the
Just ensure it's a progressive day.
people.
We gonna walk. If you can't walk, we gonna crawl.
Me out.
And if you can't,
No, me not gonna fail.
we got this.
Me say that every day, say me happy win, man not fail. Me tell myself that every day, say me happy win.
Hiram's Variety Store, good morning. Little Rock Sweets, good morning. 10th Street family, good morning. Club Eclipse family, good morning. LRTVS Channel 10 family, good morning. Double 8.5 Rock FM family, good morning.
We not in a Babylon.
Auntie Pearl, good morning.
Yeah.
Streetwise Restaurant, good morning. Sister Sabrina, good morning.
Me jump
Miss Donna, good morning.
off and carry on.
Shabiki, good morning.
Not the
Garden Stationery, good morning.
birds of the bantan.
Homeline Furnishing,
And
good morning.
nothing not too right.
The High End Shop, good morning.
Me not give up the fight.
Payless Variety Store, good morning.
We make a
Gucci's Variety Store, good morning.
I'm humble as a lamb.
NIS, good morning. GRA, good morning. GTT, good morning. Digicel, good morning.
Stop me from get my price. Now fall in on my thing, that's why me have to rise. So all the talk, them a talk.
Officers of the Guyana Police Force, good morning.
Me have to win, no me.
Guyana Defense Force, good morning.
Me tell myself,
Guyana Prison Service, good morning.
that me have to win, no me not gonna fail.
Guyana Fire Service, good morning.
Every day, say me have to win, I not fail. Oscar.
Kanji Creek folks, good morning. Quarantine folks, good morning. East Kanji people, good morning. West Kanji, good morning. Berbice River, good morning.
Rise up this man.
West Coast Berbies, good morning. West Bank Berbies, good morning.
Yeah. Give thanks,
Man, I'm telling you,
Jah for sit
it's a pleasure.
on.
It was a pleasure being here. Like I said, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. But you need to stay tuned because we got some innovative,
More day,
very creative
we carry
programs that are coming your way. And we're gonna head into the morning spice.
thing not too right.
Not thief in little the spice time.
Now give. I'm living
We got Selector Jenna J.
the life. I'm humble as a lamb, me not in a
And of course, JD.
do me
Coming up next with the morning spice.
like
They're coming to spice up your morning.
me price. Now fall in on my thing, that's why me have to rise.
Miss Maxine, good morning.
Talk them a talk, yes I walk, me I walk.
Everybody,
Me have
I'm out.
no me.
You're bye gone. Bye bye.
Me tell me
Wait. You know, like Guyanese. When we say bye bye, we gotta continue a little bit before we move.
me tell myself that every day.
Light Tongue family, good morning.
Man off
Extreme Adventure Travel and Tours family, good morning.
that every day.
And if you went on the tour, we to let him. A special good morning to you. Miss Hermie, good morning. Lexi. Lexi must be proper laughing up right now. Hey. Good morning, folks. I'm out, all right? Peace. boss.
You know it.
I gotta know.
Come
Bye-bye.
We now in a Babylon. Yeah. Tough like rock, we not soft like no melon. Yeah. Me jump a ground, get up, dust off and carry on. Not an easy road like the words of the Bantan. And even though nothing not too right, me still a chad along, me not give up the fight. I'm living every day to make a better life. I'm humble as a lamb, me not in the hype. Though me know no people out there, me them not go like. Me not go make that distract me from get my price. Now fall in on me thing, that's why me have to rise. So all the talk, them a talk. Yes, I walk because me have to win, no me not go fail. Me tell myself that every day. Say me have to win, no me not go fail. Me tell myself that every day. Say me have to win, I not fail, sir. Me tell myself that every day. Have to win, not fail. No way, no way, no way. Na 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 na. Rise up this morning and me boss I am. Yeah. Give thanks and praise to Jah for see the dawn. Hearing on my lungs out a beat, no me never gone. Yeah. One more day upon earth, me get to carry on. And even do nothing not too right, me still a chad along, me not give up the fight. I'm living every day to make a better life. I'm humble as a lamb, me not in the hype. Though me know enough people out there, me them not gonna like. Me now gonna make that distract me from get me prize. Now fall in on my thing, that's why me have to rise. So all the talk, them a talk. Yes, I walk because me have to win, no me not gonna fail. Me tell myself that every day. Say me have to win, no me not gonna fail. Me tell myself that every day. Say me have to win, man not fail. Me tell myself that every day. Say me have to win, 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 not fail, sir. No way, no way, no way. No way, no way, no way. No way, no way, no way. Come on now, we now in a Babylon. Yeah. Tough like rock, we not soft like no melon. Me jump a ground, get up, dust off and carry on. Not an easy road like the words of the Bantan. And even though nothing not too right, me still a chad along, me not give up the fight. I'm living every day to make a better life. I'm humble as a lamb, me not in the hype. Though me know enough people out there, me them not go like. Me not go make